What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host and longest reigning and current WWE pay-per-view champion. I've held on to this title since the Survivor Series this past November. I am the one you all came to see, the hot commodity and see. And I'm coming to you, giving you our WWE Monday Night Raw, May 1st, 2023 recap live in Fort Worth, Texas. This is going to be a quick recap. Just get notified on what happened on the last episode of the draft. And we start out with Triple H. He comes out and Triple H drafts the SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley to Raw. The United States Champion Austin Theory will be on SmackDown. Seth Rollins will be on Raw. And the Queen Charlotte Flair will be on SmackDown. So we're getting a lot of different people being switched out. Paul Heyman comes out. And basically, Paul Heyman stares at the title belt, and he makes it look as if Roman Reigns wants a new WWE World Heavyweight Championship. He's basically saying that Roman Reigns is the guy to win the title. Seth Rollins comes out, and Seth confronts Paul Heyman, and that's when Solo Sikoa comes out, and we get the challenge. And tonight, we're going to see Seth Rollins taking on Solo Sikoa. Good to see those two in action. We then see Damage Control, the team of Bayley and Dakota Kai, defeating the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez after Bayley rose up Liv. This was a non-title match, but that could mean that Damage Control could have a tag title match in the future. We then see Hall of Famers Booker T and Sharmell come out. The undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will be drafted on Raw. SmackDown has the Usos, which they are joining the rest of their Bloodline family members on SmackDown. Judgment Day members will be on Raw. And SmackDown has the LWO, so a lot of groups being transferred around in this draft. We then see Braun Strowman and Ricochet defeat Alpha Academy with Maxine. A great tag team competition between these four men, but again, matches just to show off the talent that's happening here. Shawn Michaels comes out with Adam Pearce, and before anything can happen, Brock Lesnar walks out. Brock says he's the only real cowboy here. Of course, he says that because they're in Texas. A bunch of guards come out. Cody Rhodes comes out from behind, and he punches Brock Lesnar in the nose, causing him to bleed. Security guards separate the two. A lot of talk going behind Cody Rhodes after Cody's making Brock bleed after that action. Shawn Michaels is out again. We find out that the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Liv Morgan and Raquel are going to be drafted to Raw. Asuka will be on SmackDown. The New Day will be on Raw, and the Brawling Brutes are moving over to Friday Night SmackDown. A lot of teams switching again. We then see action where we have a Matt Riddle defeating Jimmy Uso with Jay by his side. A lot of shenanigans happening during this match. We see Jay Uso, the referee, catching him, looking as if he was hitting Riddle, although he really wasn't. A lot of good action here. We find out that Brock Lesnar is a free agent. Jay's mad that Solo was not at ringside for his match against Braxton, the Bloodline beginning show. We then see Eric Bischoff and Rob Van Dam. Trish Stratus will be on Raw. Karrion Kross and Scarlett are on SmackDown. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler will be on Monday Night Raw. And LA Knight moves to SmackDown. We then get Miz TV with Shinsuke Nakamura, and Nakamura says that the Miz has tiny balls and nails him with a Kinshasa. Omos defeats a local talent. Good to see Omos in action, I guess you could say. Road Dogg and Molly Holly come out. Raw now has a team of Ricochet and Braun Strowman. Shotzi's on SmackDown. Bronson Reed will be on Raw, and Pretty Deadly is moving up from NXT up to SmackDown. Judgment Day then come out, and pretty much they all talk crap about Bad Bunny until the LWO come out and Judgment Day get the win after Damian Priest hits the South of Heaven to Ray. We then see Bianca Belair backstage with Damage Control, and they have words going into Bianca's title match against Io Sky at Backlash. Teddy Long and John Bradshaw Layfield come out. Alpha Academy are now on Raw. Rick Boogs will be on SmackDown. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance are on Raw, and Cameron Grimes will be on Friday Night SmackDown. We then get our main event, and we see Solo Sikoa taking on Seth Rollins. The end comes when the Usos attack Seth until Kevin Owens and Sami and Riddle make the save, and it's a nonstop brawl to end Monday Night Raw, leading into Backlash. This is the first Raw of May. Our next episode of Raw will be the first night of the draft. I'm excited to see if there's any changes made, if we get a new stage, all that fun stuff happens sometimes when the roles are reversed with WWE. But this is a decent Raw. This is a quick recap. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Stay safe and stay uncensored.